Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you are all having a mighty and powerful day. In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about the price of XRP. Well, not necessarily the price, but, well, yeah, I guess the price, because we are definitely talking about the chart, and the chart reflects the price. Now, I know most of us are very long on XRP. We find XRP to be very valuable in this new digital age that we are going into, including myself, or no buts. And in that, we are investors in the coin, right? So I want to show you guys what I believe the price will do for a lot of reasons. I don't really want to get into all those reasons philosophically or strategically or anything like that, but I do want to show you, just based off of these trend lines, why I do believe that this price, the price of XRP, will come down and touch, if not necessarily this line, but I'm showing you this chart because we're about to go into the sologenic chart. So if you look at this goes all the way back to 2017. This is essentially the chart from when it broke off into a completely new chart, right? So as you can see, it was this was down when it was less than a penny. I don't think it's going to go back to that, but I just want to show you this because it breaks it. That was a clear breakout, and we haven't had a clear breakout since then. And ever since then, you know, a lot of people bought in here, up here, including myself. I bought up here when I was first looking at this. Definitely, this was like New Year's. Yeah, I remember my New Year's Eve was spent looking at this fucking chart, and so I bought that, and then it just kept going down. Look at that. It just kept going down, 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 down. And now so if you look at this chart, right, essentially this kind of looks like what sologenic just did, right? And so now it's just boom. It came down further, right here. The coronavirus hit, and so there was a huge sell-off, right? As you can see, like, it was about to, it was going to do something, and then boom, there was a huge sell-off, so it dropped. Now, and then right here, I know this is a history lesson, I'm not trying to necessarily do that, but I do think it's important that we talk like this. So then right here, this was an inorganic pump, right? It wasn't organic. And what I mean by that is Flare announced that they were going to do a snapshot on December 12th, right here, and they were going to do a 1-to-1. So for every XRP you had, you're going to get one flare. That still hasn't happened. I mean, it's in the process. I'm not trying to talk down on that. It's in the process. So there was a huge inorganic pump, and then as soon as the snapshot hit, boom, it dropped, right? And then also too, at that snapshot, there was an announcement for the SEC versus Ripple case, which I'm starting to think this was all planned, because there's an inorganic pump to pump the price, and then the organic, right? The organic announcement of like, hey, we're about to get sued. So they got the Ripple versus SEC came, right, when Brad Garlinghouse announced on Twitter that they are getting sued, and then boom, the price dropped, right? And so when the price dropped, if that didn't happen, this inorganic pump, the price would have fucking dropped, like really dropped down, probably back down into the old levels, right, of under a penny. And because it got to 2 penny, 22 cents, right? And so, which that was a great time to buy. And so organically, the price has been down here, and ever since then, I mean, you could say this is organic, because there's nothing that Ripple or anybody is able to do other than YouTubers continuing to say that, yeah, it's gonna go up, and you know, there was the bull market, right? Bitcoin rocketed, so of course XRP is going to follow, even in a Ripple versus SEC lawsuit, because it's a top 10 coin, so it's gonna follow Bitcoin, right? And so and this is essentially the rest is essentially history. Bitcoin came up, it was testing the resistance, or it went to an all-time high, and then now it's been testing the support down here, right? Just like what XRP is showing. It's testing the support, came back up, but it's still not sure if it wants to break out. Now, if you look at the long-term chart of XRP, a breakout for XRP won't happen until it comes up above this line, which at this, right here at this price, this is $1.50. No, that's over there. Well, yeah, this is the chart for yeah, so $1.50, $1.50. XRP has to go above $1.50 right now in order for it to have a breakout, right? So as the time goes on, it's going to be a little bit lower, of course. That's how these trend lines work. So at some point, it'll only have to break $1 for a breakout to occur, and then it to kind of signal that there's a price that's gonna it's gonna go to newer highs. Well, at the same time, there's a lot of downside, right? All the way down to 29 cents. If it were to go right here, if it were to just boom, shoot down, which I do think I mean, it has to. It essentially has to shoot down. There's really no ifs, ands, or buts about it because of this inorganic pump. So when this inorganic pump occurred, a lot of people, a lot of investors, a lot of entities that need to get into XRP to hold it, to use it, they kind of lost out on that entry, right? And then it came back down right here, and only a few of them got it. So now the rest of the world's entities that need XRP still need to get in at a favorable price, because right here, I mean, yeah, you could say it's favorable, but when you're buying billions of XRP, do you want to buy it right here, or do you want to buy it down here, right? So that's kind of how I'm thinking about this. Now let's look at this sologenic chart. Let me erase this because we're not going to need them. If you see this, this is as far as sologenic goes. So I just went based off of this one first, and then I came to CoinMarketCap, and it's pretty close. I mean, we can add another line based off of what we just saw at CoinMarketCap. We can add another line if we want, and this will probably be more of what that line is talking about, or follows, right? Which continues to make sense with where I'm going with this. So the top line, right? This was the resistance line that we saw that needs to have a breakout, which shows right here $1. Right? We need to have $1. We need to break out of $1. Unless, as the time goes on, we just need to have a breakout. Like as this price drops, which look at it, it has to. There's so much more downside for it to come down, for people who bought at the bottom to even be pressured to sell. It's the same. This is the same that's happening with a whole bunch of charts right now. So right here, right, there's this line that's kind of acting as a resistance. It has to break out of this line, but furthermore, it has to break out of this line, right? So if that doesn't happen, which it's looking like it's not, it's going to have to come down and test this one. So then this becomes the support, which you can see right here, it's support. And then if it breaks, then this line is going to become the resistance, and then this line is going to become the support. So the downside is there, right? And these boxes literally came from this box right here. So if you look at this line, you got the support, right? This is the, hey, Ripple versus SEC lawsuit is about to happen, or it's going to happen, and as well as the snapshot dump. This was one of the first snapshots that occurred. And so as we've learned with many other XRP trust lines that are set and then airdropped, the price dumps after the snapshot, or after the the airdrop happens. Except in this case, there was no coins because they were already all distributed. So the price dropped, which was a substantial drop, and I'm not even considering the entire drop. Like this is just bad news, right? Bad news could happen right here, and it could drop all the way down to right here. Bad news can happen right here, and it could drop down to right here, like, which is what I'm getting at. So all it takes is one bad news. Negative news spreads way more viral than positive news. Okay, so from this support line that broke, it dropped 36%. That's where this box comes from over here. I just made them, I adjusted them for 30, they're not even at 36. I'm giving you guys a percent. So 35% and 34%. So if this support drops, it can come down 35% just with bad news. This is not even considering people entering or exiting the market. And then right here, there's another one, right? So potentially this thing can come down, back down. I mean, it very well can. And I also do think that it's going to have to at least break right here. At least. It's going to have to at least come down to 50. There's like no doubt in my mind that it's going to have to come back down to 50. I'm just hoping that I'm ready to, and I'm able to catch it. And I'll show you why, because this news right here, it dropped down. I mean, it dropped all the way down, right? It flushed out that trend. It broke the trend, and then it created a new trend by having a breakout within this chart. As you saw from the coin market cap, there's still this long-term trend from the bull market, so like, or from the bear market that happened in 2017, which makes sense because long-term trends are 3 to 5 years plus, right? So this is all here. And if you consider that, like, also that this is a 50, it's 100 billion, but there's only 50 billion in circulation. This is a 50 billion circulating supply token. Like, there is no reason that it should be up here other than the inorganic hype that we have been getting from everybody. From everybody to the moon. This is a $10,000 coin. This is a $1,000 coin. This is at least going to be $10 during this bull run, which I do think it will. But I also do think that it's going to continue to come down a little bit more because we are still in February of 2022. The Ripple versus SEC lawsuit still hasn't been finalized. Bitcoin still is not looking too great, and plus I don't even want to get into that. No, I'm taking way too much of your time right now. We can get into that in other videos. Just comment below and talk to me about it, and we'll go from there. Yes, so thank you. I wanted to show you that. I do believe that it's going to come down before it breaks out and goes up to newer highs. And I just wanted to show you that. I wanted to record that because I also kind of treat this as like my journal, so I can look back at it at some foreseeable date in the future, and I can learn from it and see how I need to tweak my mindset to be better for you guys, for myself, for the world, just for everything, for my spirit, my energy, my inner chi. All right, with that, y'all have a mighty and powerful day.